So you can see immediately you cut a section, all the details here are already showing. So you don't need to be doing all this session using your 2D fill and line tool. You just okay guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about the slab tool. We previously talked about the wall, the column, and beam tool. You can check the description for those videos. So today we'll be talking about the slab tool, every single thing about the slab tool. So first of all, the slab tool is the fourth tool after the wall, column, and beam tools. So by the time you click it, you can also click on this arrow to see other options about the slab too. You can see that there's a ceiling, there's a generic slab, there's a slab basic reinforced concrete, and there's a structural slab. But we won't be working with all these. So first of all, let me explain everything about the slab tool in the information box. The first we can see the setting dialog box. This is where we can click and do a lot of setting about the you can see that by default this is what your slab tool will be showing, and here you won't be able to edit the height of your slab tool unless you change it to this generic one where you can edit the height of the slab tool from 300 to any height you want it to be. But if you choose this, that means it has different layer like the concrete floor, the just insulate with insulations. If you click on this list too, you can see some other list here. So let's work with this because we want to change the height to anyone we want, but I will show you more on this. So first of all, after editing your height, you can see the current level. We want to be on the ground level, and this is the 2D graphics where surface, the line weight, the line type, the color, and all that stuff. Then this is under the model is where we have um, the material of the slab. Okay, first of all, let's draw the slab and see what I'm talking about. So let me click OK, and this is the layer of the slab. And for this, let me explain this. If you click on this, you can be able to draw the slab in any form or shape. You can see. Then if you click on this next one, you can only draw the slab using just two. Click on the first point and click on the second point. Then this is also 2 point, but you can take it at any angle you want. So these are just the difference. This is either you want to draw the slab. What it means is that if I draw my slab and let me draw this view. Let me explain that. So I want to view this. Let me go to the south elevation and see. Okay. So it shows that if I draw my slab, it's showing on I'm drawing it from the top. Location is on my origin is on the top. Then if I pick the second one, okay, let me take this. Let me take the minimum origin is at the bottom. You can see my origin is at the bottom. The first from origin is at the top. But we advise to work with this. Okay. I think we'll click on the slab tool. The next is okay, that same thing I showed you. This one is the one with layers, which you can't edit the height. But although you can edit the height, but it's more complex than working with the simple one. And this is the material. You can start to change it to a different material, a wooden material, a measuring block material, a steel, or any material you want to change it to. But for the sake of this video, let's work with this concrete. Then this is just like the override, the line type, the line color, and the line weight also. And this is the height of the slab. We can set to change it to 450. Okay. And we can set to leave this at 0 because we don't want it to suspend. We want it to rest on the ground. So this is like the angle, but you won't be using this much. Then this is the materials, the top. For the materials override, which is the surface, we have the tile as the top surface, we have the gray color, and we have the stucco white. Okay, you can, if you want the tile to be on the edge and the bottom, you can just link it like this, but we don't want to do that. Custom, and that is all for the slab too. So for a shape like this, I want to draw the slab too for a building like this. What are we going to do? We're going to obviously pick the first one. And maybe let's go to, let me take this my elevation back to its original position. Okay. And I think I don't need this. I just use them for an example. Okay. So let me go to my south elevation. So obviously I will want my slab decking to be, yeah, okay, around this level, because it's from the ground level to the natural ground level, and the height is 450. So obviously I'll come to my ground level. Remember, my origin is at the top. If I click on my slab to my origin, okay, now let me change it back to the top, because I want it to be from this height to this height. Okay. So, okay, if I should, let me pick the ground and the bottom origin and show you what it means. And my height is 450, my slab thickness is 450. So, and I'm using this polygon method, geometry method. Okay, so this, I will just pick all edges and click it at the where I start from. So if I should go to my, you can see the slab is not showing, but it's showing here. Okay, this is the slab to here. If I should go to my 3D, the slab is there, but this is it. Okay, but that's not what I want. I want it to be from this level down to this level. So let me delete this. And that is because, let me Ctrl Z. And that is because I choose this bottom reference plane. So let me change it to the top. Okay, and you can see it has automatically reposition itself to the original position. So that is all for the slab tool. And now let's work with the complex slab tool, which is this one I was trying to avoid. Okay, now let me go to the setting dialog box and let's pick this. Okay, so let me draw it. Remember, I was kind of saying we can't. Okay, no, that is not it. Yes. Okay. Okay, nice. 300. I remember I was saying that we can't actually edit the height and all that stuff. This is it on my, okay, let me position it. So, okay, let me take it to the top. Okay, yeah, that's it. And now I want to take it to this end. What do I do? The interesting part about this particular complex slab is that I can be able to add layers. So let me edit it right now. So if I click on this, you will see this edit selected composite profile. I will click on it, and you can see this slab have just two layer. I can decide to change it with the one of this layer, the insulation layer, and the other outer layer. I can decide to switch on it, and just like that, let me go to the full list of it, and you can see that there are a lot of it here, even for roof and other stuff. You can see it has the, let me assume this is a tile, this is a concrete, this is an insulation, and maybe this is another concrete filling, just like that. And they are all showing here. Okay, reinforced concrete, plaster gypsum, and which is showing here. Okay, and you can see there are a lot of, this one have up to how many layer again? One, two, three, four, five. Five layer, one, two, three, four layer, just like that. So let me click. Okay, let's choose this. Okay, no, let's choose the one with installation and see. Okay, it's not showing on the 3D. I don't know why it's supposed to show on the 3D. Those layers, It's supposed to show. Let's maybe change it here. Okay, let's do something. I think this material override is the one affecting it. Okay, okay, you can see I was able to off all these because I went to override the surface. So the what I was trying to show you now is showing. So what most people do is that they can go ahead and use this as their tile, as their concrete, as their insulation, and as their maybe hardcore filling or mass concrete. And one thing you can do is that you can actually change this individual material. As I have this layer, I can easily click on the right click again, edit composite profile, and for this timber, let me see if I can change it to maybe tile. Okay, it's showing timber flooring, but let me see if I can change it to tile, or I can decide to use this stone finish, but let me check for tile first. Or maybe if I don't see tile, I can pick something different. Okay, there's no tile here. Okay, no tile wall. Okay, tile floor. Okay, yeah, that's tile floor. Let me check if there's a different concrete. Okay, let me use concrete structural insulation. I think this is the best, so you can change it to okay, plastic salt. Okay, thermal break. Let me change it to this. Force concrete. Okay, let me leave it at this and the gypsum. So you can see it has changed to a different material. So that is how you can actually change the material if you want to work with different layers using the slab tool. So another thing I can do is that I can actually delete layers. Imagine I just need maybe because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Imagine I don't need some certain layer. I can decide to say, okay, let me click on this particular layer and say, okay, I don't need this layer. Let me remove the skin. Okay, I don't need this layer. Let me say, okay, maybe I don't need, okay, maybe say I don't need this layer, or should I say I don't need this layer? I can decide to maybe remove skin, and now I have just 1, 2, 3 layers. Okay, and I can decide to edit their thickness. As you can see here, the thickness is also here, and from this the overall thickness is 100. Okay, I can start to say, okay, no, let me change this to 150. Okay, and now the overall thickness is 200 because 150 times this 20 plus this 20 plus this 30 is 200. And you can see the height machine. So this is how you can actually edit the height of this particular slab. Just right click and you can do a lot of editing here. You can change the material to a different material. Can this is the line type, which if we go to maybe let's go to our elevation and see. So yeah, these are the materials showing on the elevation. So let me right click. So you can decide to add your own skin again. You can see a skin have been added, which is this. I can just change the material to maybe if I say I want to use membrane, let me say 10 or 5, and maybe change it to a different material. Let me see if I can get maybe I need a waterproof. Okay, yes, membrane waterproof, a damp-proof membrane. Or I can decide to say no, it's supposed to be under the concrete, and maybe I can just take it down, and that is it down here already. And if I click OK, you can see it's showing here. So you can see now I have my insulation, my damp-proof membrane, my concrete, and my tile material. If I go, I can setting, I can see the tile 20 mm thickness, the concrete 150 mm thickness, the waterproof membrane, because I changed the material to waterproof membrane, and you can see. So that is how you can just easily add and say, okay, no, this one I just added, I don't need it again, let me remove it, and you can just, if you just maybe if you want everything to be within 150, you just keep adjusting this thickness and everything will end up being 150. And you can see there's also for the wall, the slab, the roof, and the shed too. But for this, we're working with just the slab. And that is how you can actually work with the complex slab tool. And also, if you don't want to work with the complex slab tool, I want to make things much easier, we can simply choose on this one and edit our thickness to 450. Okay, and click on 450. Okay, so that is it. So let's go to, yeah, okay, I'm still on the top too. Let me just click on the slab so that, okay, I just click on this and go back. But for this, let me just change it back to the top. So I think let's try and make this 450 and let's see. All right, click on the slab and, okay. So I think one thing I should be increasing is, okay, I already have 450. Let's do some calculation. Let's do some calculation. Let's do maybe 450 minus uh 205 equals to. So I want to add to this insulation, or should I add earth filling? Okay, I think I should do that. Yes, let me add earth filling. So I think I will be adding 245 as my earth. So if I should click on this, I want to insert the skin and it's below the insulation. So, and my, I just need, let me make it a thickness of 245. Okay, 245. And let me change the material to, let me look for earth. Okay, soil. Yeah, this is it. So at the end of the day, you can see we now have our earth. So by the time you even cut your section across this, you can see, let's take our section. Let's take our section and let's see. Okay, let's go to section SS.